And here we go in college football action. We got another week ahead of us. Another couple games, starting off with North Carolina versus Notre Dame. Take it to the third quarter. Notre Dame up by 17. Howell's going to take it for a gain of 22 on the run, using his legs to the 50-yard line. And then on second and inches, on the very next couple of plays, Howell to the end zone. What a throw to the side and back into for a touchdown. Yeah, Howell's position in the second half was really phenomenal, like a completely different person. Then Howell on the run, using his legs again, gets the rushing touchdown, and now it's a 3-point game. Then second and 10 for Notre Dame, having a struggle in the second half, trying to find something, but that pretty much summed up the second half for Notre Dame. Yeah, our book was just not good. Like two different people between the first and second half. Then on second and 4, Howell slant right over the middle to the 1-yard line is Khalfi Brown, but they get stopped and they have to go for a field goal. Notre Dame's defense definitely came up clutch there and basically saved them because the offense was going nowhere. Then the next drive for North Carolina at the 40-yard line, they just need at least 5 yards. Deep ball for Howell to Bo Corrales all the way to the 9-yard line. That was set up. What would be a touchdown or would be a field goal, but they go for 2. But they go for it, and they don't get the field goal. Yeah, that was pretty much what cost them from winning this game in the regulation. But they could win in overtime. Howell to Michael Carter on the right side, very explosive back in the backfield. Yeah, he's just very explosive. Can do both. So did Javonte Williams. Then on 4th and goal, they go for a field goal, and now it's a 3-point game. North Carolina takes their first lead of the game. Then 1st and 10, and Kyron Williams up the middle, step arming his way to the 1-yard line. Yeah, that was the regular where the offense was finally in rhythm. And then Kyron Williams punches it in for the score. Notre Dame takes the win and saves their ACC race because they could not afford another loss. They win at 30-27 finally. Then we got some SEC action. Alabama versus Tennessee. Jones on 1st down fires to Jalen Waddle over the middle to the 46-yard line. Yeah, Jalen Waddle and Mike Jones have been on a really good connection this year, and I'd love to see them do that in the playoffs a lot more. Then the quarterback on the 1st down fires all the way inside the 20 to Ramel Caton. And then on the next couple of plays, fires to the end zone, picked up. Yeah, the QB really wasn't that decisive. He was very risky all game, not only making good throws. Then 1st and 10 now. Tennessee looking back, throwing a deep ball again, intercepted by Jawan Battle. That would seal this deal and prevent the comeback. Jawan Battle takes us back to the 46-yard line, and it would end up winning this game 27-13. Alabama would get another win added to their collection in the SEC race. Still undefeated. Only undefeated team so far. Then we got some little AAC versus Big Ten action. Cincinnati versus Rutgers. Cincinnati trying to make a statement. Ritter on 3rd down gets intercepted. Yeah, Ritter was kind of struggling in the second half, and that was what helped Rutgers for a little bit, but not that much. Then Ritter, 2nd and 10, deep ball on the run to Alex Pierce, his favorite receiver. Yeah, when there's a connection between those two, it's hard to stop it. Then on 1st and goal, trying to score here, Ritter looking for the slant route, got it to his receiver, his main man, Michael Johnson Jr. Then on 1st and 10 for Rutgers, trying to score something other than a field goal, throws an interception. The quarterback was just off today, and the offense wasn't on schedule. And, 3rd and 16 now. Cincinnati trying to put up some style points now. Ritter on 3rd down, files to Michael Young Jr. to the 30-yard line. Yet those two also have a really good connection with each other, and they've been very dangerous. 1st and goal off the middle, and just give it to Jerome Ford when he's in the red zone. Yeah, it's very hard to stop him when he's already going in the red zone. Then 1st and 10, it's pretty much over right now, but Jerome Ford's Jared Oaks is like, let me just get some more yards. Yeah, and Jared Oaks was just so good this game. It was hard to stop him. Cincinnati would end up winning this game 42-16 and get another quality win. Then we got some Big Ten action. Penn State versus Ohio State at the 1-yard line. Devin Ford up the middle gets the handoff and runs it for the score. Score a touchdown. Then on the next play, Field and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Fields downfield shot. No pressure from him. Fires it over the middle to Jameson Williams. Now, Fields is that calm, collective quarterback that never folds under pressure. Then Starman takes it for the 1-yard score, and they extend the lead back to 28. Then in the fourth quarter, trying to make something happen, Clifford deep middle over the end zone, got it for the touchdown, and it's now a 21-point game, but they couldn't get the onside kick. Ohio State will end up winning 52-31 in this game. Then we got some Big 12 action. Iowa State versus Kansas State. Then as the backup QB, South Thompson is out for multiple weeks. The backup QB throws the interception. That was just not going this way. Yeah, Iowa State's defense really took advantage of that, and they really couldn't do much. Then Brock Purdy for the touchdown. That would end up basically sealing this game. 38-0. Iowa State will win it. And, yeah, pretty much they're just getting a lot of stop points now, trying to get higher in the rankings to get ready for the Big 12 championship. Then on 1st and 10, we got some SEC action. The winner of this will most likely take hold of the SEC race. Trask on 1st and 10 runs it in for the 16-yard score for the touchdown to extend the lead. Yeah, the Gators' offense was not. They were both shaky, but they were both pretty good defenses for both teams. Then Daniels trying to make something happen, overthrows the receiver. You hardly ever see that. He's pretty accurate, but the pressure just got him. He's making bad throws. Then on 2nd and 6, when people thought it was over, deep on the far side, got it to Marcus R. Jackson. And when people thought it was still over, they tried to go for an onside kick where they got it. And Georgia fans thought, oh my goodness, there's much life in them left. But then 1st and 10, Daniels couldn't get the ball out, and is sacked. Yeah, you just can't hold the ball for that long, especially with this Gator defense playing in this type of weather and condition. It's the best I've seen Gators play all season long. And they couldn't get the ball back to go. Florida would win it 24-17. That time would expire. And Florida now claims the SEC East if they just win next week. And now we got some little Big Ten action. Minnesota versus Indiana. And then we got Tanner Morgan on the read option on 3rd and 3. Taking it across the 50 to the 41-yard line. Yeah, we've seen a lot of QBs in the second half of the season running a lot more for their mobility to do a lot more damage to the other team, as then Tanner Morgan throws the interception. Yeah, he was kind of struggling a little bit in the second half. But then Penix on 1st and 10 after the interception, right after the interception, he throws a pick 6. And now the game's knotted up within 3. Minnesota within 3 now. Yeah, Penix not sure what he was doing in the second half that much. Then 2nd and 7, Tanner Morgan fakes the option read, goes for a big gain. That was very clutch to the 18-yard line. Yeah, the rushing ability of Tanner Morgan. He had 60 rushing yards in the second half alone. Then just give it to Mohamed Abraham for the score. Minnesota will take the lead. Then on the next drive, 21-17, Mohamed Abraham gets it again and extends the lead again. 28-17. Now they just couldn't stop the running game, and they couldn't score. That's very odd. Then Penix on 2nd and 10. Deep shot downfield to Fry Fogel. Got it to the 21-yard line. Yeah, Fry, he hasn't connected much to Fry Fogel, but that would end up being a field goal, and they couldn't get the ball back. And that would end up losing the game. Minnesota will get the upset. Then we got some Pac-12 action. Arizona State versus Oregon. Not a lot of scoring here, but on the screenplay, works to perfection. Yeah, Oregon's playing without Tyler Show and a bunch of their defensive starters was very different for them. Then in the fourth quarter, 4th and 13, Anthony Brown trying to make something happen. Doesn't get it to go, and it's a turnover. Yeah. And Arizona State will win this one 22-10 as the running back, Chip Trayanum, will go and seal this game up. Then this is where it gets interesting. The highlight game of the week, USC versus Coastal Carolina. USC trying to get their undefeated status going. Slovis on 2nd and 7 throws an interception. Yeah, Coastal Carolina's defense and offense changed so much from the first half of the season. So now it's 20-17, 2nd and 8. Slovis again trying to make something happen. #1 offense in the league to score points. Throws an interception. And again, yeah, we don't see that much from Slovis, but the Coastal Carolina's defense definitely got to him. And then on 1st and 10, Grayson McCall looks so calm in the pocket. Deep ball, got it on the run, and to the 20-yard line. Yeah, that was just so clutch to Javon Halai. Then on the next play, 1st and goal, fakes it, McCall fires, good throw, touchdown to Isaiah Likely. That would extend lead to 10. Again, this where it gets critical here. Coastal Carolina was starting to go up. UC hardly has ever been down. They've been crushing their opponents by more than 30 points. But he finds Drake London for a gain of 20. Then, in the fourth quarter, 1st and 10, Slow trying to make something happen. Lobs it over the middle. Got it to his receiver, Tyler Vaughns. Yeah, he tried to get it somewhere because number one receiver, Amon St. Brown, was locked up. Then Coastal Carolina tried to be risky, go for it on 4th down, and they got it. A risky play, but they got it. That would seal the deal. Coastal Carolina will win it 27-24. And the coach was very happy about that, getting the dub over them and going risk. Sorry for the cutout. So here we go. Iowa State versus TCU. Big 12 action, 3rd and 2. And Purdy throws an interception. And that would pretty much like be the whole sum of the second half for for Purdy. Yeah, Purdy was just off his game, throwing interception left and right. But finds Xavier Henderson for a 20-yard game, but that was like very rare to find completions for Purdy in that game. TCU defense was really good. Then 3rd and 12, looking back, Max Duggan trying to find something deep, intercepted, and that would give Iowa State the ball back. But then they try to score or try to make something happen. Purdy throws his 3rd pick of the second half. He had 5 in total in this game, and almost breaks off for a pick 6, but Purdy gets a tackle right there, but TCU will end up tying this game, sending it to overtime. Then in overtime, 2nd and 2, Purdy trying to do too much, fires in the end zone, double covered, intercepted again. Yeah, Purdy his awareness was just not clear. I don't know what he was doing. And then TCU 4th and 3 to get the knockoff, the upset. Field goal is up, and it is good. A college kicker moment will not be today. TCU gets the upset, 26-23. And gets the win over Iowa State, and TCU definitely needed that win, as Iowa State is now knocked out of Big 12 play. So here we go. We got some Big Ten action. Ohio State versus Michigan State. Fields over the middle, fires and gets intercepted. Yeah, Michigan State's defense was very different from the past few games we've seen. We've heard like the coach talk about how the changes were going to be so different. And then on 3rd and 9, Fields trying to fires again, gets picked off again. 2 straight interceptions on 2 back-to-back drives. And now it's 24-7. And then Michigan State, D. Weaver trying to fire over the middle, finds his man across the 10. Inside the 10 is Connor Hayward. And then on the next play, 1st and goal, trying to make something happen, just gives it, fakes the option. Weaver just takes it himself. Yeah, he really wanted to do it himself and try to get as much points as he could. Try to upset this game. That's what he wanted to do. And then D. Weaver again on 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter, fires. Got it, man wide open to Matt Dotson. And Ohio State defense was just miscommunicated in that 4th quarter. Almost choked it up there. Then on 3rd and 16, fires in the end zone. And it's intercepted by Shaun Wade. Yeah, Shaun Wade, very struggling. Not getting much interception, but got that clutch interception there. Then on 2nd and 10, D. Weaver not giving up yet. Fires downfield. Man wide open. Man, a defender falls down. And Jalen Naylor, 67-yard score. And then the moment we've all been waiting for. 7 seconds left. Onside kick. What a recovery. And Julian Fleming gets the onside kick. And Ohio State will win this game 27-21. As they would move on in Big Ten play. So then we got LSU versus Alabama. Some SEC West action. Finley avoids getting sacked and getting safety. Davis Price got a big gain for a gain of 20. Yeah, LSU's offense was struggling. He had to pull a lot of trick plays here and there. Then on 3rd and 10, Finley looking again. Trying to fire. Still in for Max Johnson. Deep ball. Throws an interception. Yeah, we saw it last game. Alabama's defense was so good last game. Forcing so much turnovers against Tennessee. And we saw a lot here today against TJ Finley. Then on 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter, 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Finley fires down the middle, finds Kayshon Boutte, and that was just a good slant route, and he is one of the fast people on the LSU team. So you got to give him the ball more. Yeah, a 75-yard slant route, yeah, give it a Boutte. He's super fast. Then Mac Jones on 3rd and 5 finds Miller Forrestall in the flat to the 45-yard line. And then we're going to try to go for a field goal, but really wouldn't matter. Alabama would continue to win it 31-21. Only scoring a couple field goals in this game for Alabama. So not much offense there. So we got our new changes in our top 10 can go first. I had Alabama because they are struggling, but they're going to get back to it. Then Miami because even without D'Eriq King, they're still really good. Then I had Clemson because, you know, they're pretty good, averaging their numbers, but they have to play someone good. Then I had Ohio State because they're not really falling off, but they're a pretty good team. Then USC because that lost to Coastal Carolina. Yeah, Blake. So I have Miami because they look like the most complete team right now. Then I had Clemson because they're the second. And Clemson would beat Alabama right now in a fight because Alabama's not putting up much points in the second half. I'm just afraid it's going to come back on them in the championship or playoff. Then I had USC because that was good. Then Ohio State because, just to match it out. And I feel like Ohio State would be in last place right now. Just for right now until the Big Ten championship and when we see the playoff seeding. So, yeah, we have a lot of things coming like Florida and Oklahoma coming back and LSU. And not really Georgia, but we have a lot of other teams creeping into that top 5 spot. But, yeah, pretty much our top 5, we got, like I said before, Ohio State. And I think it's going to change in a couple of weeks when we get the playoff rankings because that's going to be real interesting, especially rivalry week with Auburn, Alabama. We'll definitely see how they're going to play. And, so don't forget, the college football playoff is just not far away. Only 5 weeks left in this game for the coaching playoff. But until then, it's going to be casted all on the channel. Thank you for watching.